So in terms of where we are from a progress perspective, career management, I've put it in 5 distinct processes. So there's exploration, and I'll talk about exploration in terms of when you're just starting your career. Establishment, when you finally realize, hey, I want to work in HR, I want to work in communications, I want to work in marketing. Now you're very clear about where you want to be from your career, and you're now sure of what you'd like to do going forward. And as someone has also said, it will be tied to your purpose in some cases. As we move along, we'll get to ask ourselves very important questions in terms of where we are and what we need to do. Mid-career, we shall look at it in terms of being an anchor, whereby now you're established, you really know what you need to do, what you need to deliver, your certifications, how you need to grow. We shall discuss these aspects. Before you move to late career, I've inserted another stage there, which is executive, and we shall still look at it. And then we shall look at decline. But is decline the end? I don't think so. And one thing I will keep on saying, career management sometimes cannot all be put in a box. Depending on where you are, your thought process, your resilience, thinking out of the box, you can always reinvent yourself. So let's look at the career steps. Exploration. I shall refer to this step as when you're an intern or you're really at a point where you are just discovering what you would like to do. And this is usually either at your undergraduate or graduate degree. Like for me, my undergraduate is actually in BCom, accounting. And look at me, I'm in HR. So exploration is a very interesting place because maybe your undergraduate degree in terms of what you did might not be what will be your final career, but it will contribute to your thought process. My accounting that I did, as much as I've moved into HR, has helped me in whether it is budgeting, whether it is analytics. So it has contributed to my career right now. And obviously to move into HR, there are certain things I had to learn. I had to go back to school, but there was a foundation, which is the exploration stage. Establishment, initial job search. That point when you're creating a CV and there's nothing to put in there, and you're trying to put in, was I a leader in school? What attributes can I put in that will get me to the interview table? At this point, you're likely to accept an entry-level job. And there's some people who are really lucky to actually get into management trainee programs, whether it is in the banking sector or FMCG, and this then propels their career. But not all are as lucky. I did not start as a management trainee. I actually started as stores clerk, ensuring I carry out, at the end of every month, I ensure that I take stock of the stock that's within the store. We all start at a certain level. Start somewhere. There is a base. And that base will either help you think in terms of what do I want going forward. And obviously starting as working in the stores, I asked myself, is this what I want? But that was what was available then. And having an accountant background, I remember at one point, I needed to pay the workers within the organization through petty cash. And some stole some money as I was paying. And I asked myself, will I be able to do this? So that was almost my aha moment, my turning point in terms of, I don't think I can do this, but everyone has their journey, and their journey will help direct them into where they are. So during this period then is when you're able to ask yourself, what would I like to do in terms of the jobs that I have? And then what happened? I moved into an admin assistant role in a HR department. So where did I start? Entry level, admin assistant. And obviously then it forged my career going forward. So where are you now? Even as I speak to the people that have logged in, where are you in terms of entry or mid-level? Then you move to your mid-career, and here is where the stability and progression, you're very clear about your field. So in this particular place, then you decide, hey, I think I need to take up certifications. I think I need to be involved in higher things within the organization, within my profession. So I pause there and ask, where are you between establishment and mid-career for those who are here? And if you're in mid-career, do you want to transition into a new profession? Is it possible? What do you need to do? And we'll talk about some of these things. You'll also find in some situations, some employees don't pass the mid-career. They actually stay there, and that's their peak level. And the question is, if you're feeling you're not moving past the mid-career, how do you reinvent yourself? How do you reinvent your skill? Because not everybody can move to the executive career level. How do you ensure that you still remain relevant? I think one of the key things the pandemic taught us is you need to reinvent, reskill, upskill. We've seen what's happening in the tech industry. We've seen how remote working has come about. So depending on the industry that you've been in. So even from a personal level, what are you doing to refresh and reskill? What about if you want to go into the executive career level? So this is someone who facilitates and implements strategy. Obviously, there is administration also at the executive level. You'll be very surprised. It is actually there. It is part of the job because there's a lot of coordination, but there's also the authority aspect that you need to have with you.